Players, playettes, everybody in their respectable musical places. Before we get started with this video, I want to show you pictures of my St. Augustine trip. It's of a church that had some caskets in it. A little weird, but very nice architecture. So let's check out these pictures before we get started. What it do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I'm your host, DJ NWMI. And let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the pictures from my St. Augustine trip. It was a church, and I thought the architecture was very interesting, so that's why I shared the pictures with you. But back on topic, let's talk about the instruments and the things that I'm going to be using to make beats with. These things I'll be using so you can see a tutorial on it. I even went and bought an iMac just for y'all, so we can make these beats. All right, let's check it out. All right, everybody, as you can see, I got the 2017 iMac, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 3 gigahertz, 4K Retina display. It came with the keyboard and the mouse. This is the computer that I'm going to be using my DAW on. My DAW that I'm using is Logic Pro X. All right, the keyboard that I'm going to be using is going to be the Alesis VI49. This is what I'm going to use to make my beats with. The audio interface that I'm using is the Focusrite 2i4. All right, and I'm back. As you can see, the things I'm going to be using is a 2017 Retina 4K 21.5 inch 3 gigahertz iMac with 32 gigs of RAM. Come with the keyboard, the Apple keyboard, and the Magic Mouse 2. So far, it is running great and up to par. Now let's talk about this real quick. So I know a lot of you gonna say, well, you already got a laptop, so why are you using iMac? Well, the main reason why I got an iMac was because it can hold 32 gigs of RAM. Whereas my trusty iMac Pro 2012 can only hold 16 gigs of RAM. When I was trying to do my beats on it every now and then when you use Logic Pro, it tend to slow down a little bit, or I had to shut down some of the instruments and different things that I was using because it was kind of just running way too hard on it. So I noticed that I needed more RAM. So since I needed more RAM, I went and got an iMac. Now, let's talk about my experience with going to get an iMac. So, first place I stopped by was Best Buy. They wanted $1,100 for a 2019 base model iMac. I was like, let's see if I can do better. So I found a site called Mac of All Trades. I go to them. They was gonna give me a 2012, late 2012 iMac. You get your keyboard, you get your mouse, you get 8 gigs of onboard storage RAM, and I think it's 2.3 gigahertz. And the next thing that I noticed on it, that it was used. And I didn't have an issue with being used, but the price wasn't right. And then when I went ahead and tried to order it from them anyway, we ran into a huge problem. Now, I'm not gonna talk about anybody bad on the channel, but I will say that it was not a good experience for me, and unsuccessfully, we did not complete the transaction. But I was able to go to my peoples at B&H and get that 4K iMac Retina display for only $200 more than what I was gonna get a used one from. So, can't really knock it, but I will say this: if you're in the market for any used computers or products, be careful out there, because there are some people who may not give you a great deal on what you're looking for. So next thing we're going to discuss is that Focusrite 2i4. I've had that for quite a while, so that's why I like their audio interfaces. I also have the Apollo MK2, but the problem with that one is, ran into a little snag, it is in the shop right now. So we're gonna use the Focusrite until the Apollo comes back. The next thing that I showed you was the VI49 by Alesis. Alesis VI49 is very good and it's compatible with Mac, because sometimes when you get different keyboards and instruments, you have to look at to make sure the compatibility. So I've been using that one for a while and it works out great. The main reason I'm using Logic Pro X for my DAW is because, well, I have a Mac. Now I'm not saying you have to use Logic Pro X, you can use whatever you want to use, but me personally, that DAW works for me because it's already on the Apple software, so just went ahead and bought it. Now, some of you may be saying these things cost a pretty penny. That may be true, but we're gonna start making our beats, because what I've noticed is if you're a DJ and you can make your own beats, make your own sound, produce your own music, you tend to get a little bit more clout than people who can't. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the people who can't, but I just noticed that the career paths of certain people who making their own stuff seems a lot more. Seems to be more people looking out for them, seems to be more people following them, seems to be making more money. And at the end of the day, we about them dollars. So this video was mainly made to show you the products that I'm going to be using. I'm going to start a little tutorial on showing you the progress of us making beats together. Again, you can get whatever computer you want, whether it be a Mac or PC. You get all the different things you need to get together and make it work. But for me, I know that I need a DAW. I know that I need a computer. I know I need an audio interface, of course a microphone. And I also know I needed a keyboard with some drum pads on it to make the things that I want to make. Now again, this is only the things that I'm using so I can make my beats. You can use other things, and maybe later on down the line, I'll show you other alternatives to what I got. But at the end of the day, you pimps, players, let me know in the comment section below, what do you use to make your beats? How are you making your beats? Do you know how to make a beat? Are you using that Serato, I think Serato Studio, where people making beats with their controller? My particular controllers are not on the Serato's list of stuff you can use currently, so I'm currently not using it. Plus I have Logic Pro X, so it's all good. But again, there's always alternatives to what people are doing. You too can do it. But pimps, players, playettes, you could have been anywhere else, but just hanging out with me, seeing the software and the things that I'm going to use to make beats, and we're going to do it together. I just wanted to tell you, have a great day, night, evening, or morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. I'm going to catch you on the next one, and we're going to get further in detail about how we make beats together. Y'all keep the record spinning. Have a good day. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.